What's up, everybody? It's Hey John. Today I will be covering Bitcoin, Dogecoin, Ethereum, and the Shibarmy. I will be covering the charts specifically, so let's get to it. It'll be jam-packed today. Make sure you watch it. Let's go. Alrighty then. Ladies and gentlemen, we will be covering Bitcoin charts right now, and we'll be looking at it from a daily perspective here. So we can see right here and right now. Check it out. We're going to see a downward trend is now being bucked here. So downward trend started at around September 7th and it ended on October 1st, 2021, the new month. So it lasted about a good solid, I would say 3 to 4 weeks here. And we were seeing nonstop bad news here, right? This all started with the El Salvador news pushing it up, and now we having a market crisis in the world, in the stock markets. We're seeing Evergrande, we're seeing Fantasia. These are really huge real estate arms in the Chinese market. And why are they relevant? Because they are the second largest economy in the world. Therefore, when they're too large to fail type of companies have issues, we should take heed and take a look, because it's important, because we are in the global economy and cryptocurrency is a global hedge on all the economies of the world. With that being said, I believe this is the reason why we are continuing to rock it up, but also more importantly that we have 80% long-term hodlers in Bitcoin, and therefore only 20% of the float is currently being traded. So think about this, folks. You have 80% put aside where they're not even bother trading it, and you're only trading 20% of that pool. So therefore it's easier to push a price up even higher. The only question is when these whales decide to sell, they can easily tank the market. And of course, this is what I would like to call the smart money, and I don't think they're going to just sell all at once. So that being said, I think we're going to continue higher, and let's kind of zoom out now to see where it was a long time ago. So our current support is going to be around 50,722. I said it yesterday and day before that around 50,722 is where you want to bounce off of. So we kind of dipped through it. We went to about 50,031, and then we started bouncing and going even higher. So this is phenomenal, folks. It's using the 50,722 as a platform to go higher. Let's see now. The previous all-time high was at 65,087 on April 12th of 2021. So a good several months ago. We are literally 19% away from reaching a new all-time high. So if we get 19% in the coming days and weeks, holy moly, this is going to be phenomenal. And if you look at it from a weekly perspective here, we are clearly on a upward trajectory. And there is no stopping this beast. Oh my God. I mean, if you got the Bitcoin, this is a beast right here. If it pulls back anywhere around in the near-term future, I would say it would pull back at around $42,000 or even possibly $48,000. But that's going to be down the road. And before that happens, we're going to see a way higher high, and this is phenomenal, folks. This is fantastic. We are literally seeing Bitcoin in a bull market. We can see that they were oversold for a few weeks in the past, but now they're clearly in a bull market, and we're seeing the money flow into the Bitcoin, and it's flowing in huge. So this means that we're seeing more and more upside potential here. The first resistance, in my opinion, will be about $60,000 because it's a round number, and it's a very, very strong psychological resistance because it is a round number. We like numbers that are easy to know, like a quarter, 50 cents, 75, $1. Same idea for Bitcoin here, right? We want to see round numbers. So 5250, 55,000, 57.5, 60K. These are all round numbers, and these will be some of the numbers to watch because currently anywhere above 50,722, it's only been here for a very short amount of time. So some folks will remember that, and the folks who have bought around there at around, anywhere above 50K, they've been holding for several months now, and they may just say, hey, you know what? I want to take some of my profits, and I want to get out of the crypto game and you may see a potential selling off because of that, because they've been holding for a long time, and maybe now they're a little dissuaded. But for the majority of folks here, they are not dissuaded. If anything, they're more into it now, because when you saw a dip around 30K, they bought even more. So I want to cover that. Let's go ahead and cover Ethereum now. So Ethereum is also in a clear uptrend as well, and it's currently beginning a bull market. It started on September 27th last week, and now it's barely continuing. And ladies and gentlemen, this is the beginning of the bull market for Ethereum. In my opinion here, the Ethereum market looks a lot stronger than Bitcoin, because on Bitcoin, it shows that it's been a bull market for some time, and Ethereum is barely starting the bull market. So to me, Ethereum has a lot more upside. And to me, I believe this looks like an ascending triangle of some sorts. So check it out. So you see this upward trend here, right? You see this upward trend? Well, we could potentially do something like this. And then booyah, we can break out. This could happen, folks. I mean, it doesn't always happen to a T, but the way things currently look, though, it's quite likely that it'll bust up and higher before it even does a sideways trading on the top. But of course, when you hit a near all-time high at around $4,000, that'll be a strong psychological resistance, and it'll probably get rejected several times, because many folks have bought there in the past and it got rejected almost every single time. But of course, that was an all-time high though. So that being said, I always say there is no shame in taking profits, and in this case here, it is no different. Let me go ahead and cover Dogecoin now. Okay, Dogecoin is still in a bear market, but they are heading towards a bull market. What that means is that for a few weeks from now, we need to see Dogecoin trade at around 30 cents and above. If they can do that, then I would say they are confirming the bull market upside potential here. But for now, we're still hodling, we're still waiting patiently, and people are still consolidating, and that's okay, because usually speaking, Dogecoin is a lagging indicator to Bitcoin. What does that mean? What does that mean? That means that Bitcoin goes up first, and then Dogecoin follows. Therefore, you call it a lag. It's not like they go up at the same time or down at the same time. Sometimes that happens, but that isn't always the case. And normally speaking, Dogecoin has a lagging indicator here. So in my opinion here, you still have time to accumulate Dogecoin before it rocks and rolls back to the moon. And in my opinion here, if it can cross into the bull market and have some money flow come in there, I'm going to say Dogecoin can go up significantly. We can go back up to the previous all-time high of 76.05. But before that, we need to cross 30 cents. We need to cross 34 cents. And after that, it is off to the races, folks. So that's kind of what I see in Dogecoin long term. Let's go cover Shibarmy here. The Shibarmy is looking quite interesting. And I want to be very clear, I was not given any SHIB coins by anyone or anything here. I bought my own, and I'm just covering it because I like it. And yes, in the past I said SHIB was trash, but that was when it first came out and it sank almost immediately. I said, folks, you don't want to buy this thing here. And then I bought some just because, and I said also, right? I bought it as a hedge against the SNL. Anywhere, I forgot when I bought it, but around the SNL time for Dogecoin, I bought it as a hedge. And I've been hodling onto it ever since, probably maybe 5 or 6 months now. I'm not sure exactly how long it's been, but I've been holding it ever since though. And so far, now it's paying off in dividends. I love it. So let's cover the Shibarmy here, okay? So we saw the fluky army. We saw Elon Musk. We saw Elon Musk tweet a picture of his dog Fluky in a trunk or a frunk of his Tesla, and that sent soaring the Shibarmy here. And the Shibarmy is continuing to soar. I had folks asking me, "Hey John, should I sell my SHIB coins?" I say, well, it's up to you, man. You know, I don't give financial advice, but I always say to folks, there is no shame in taking gains. But for me, I'm greedy and I'm not taking anything until I go to the moon. And I have patience, I have time, because I always tell you folks, ladies and gentlemen, only put your fund money into any cryptocurrency, because it's a wild, wild west. You can make 1000x, or you can go to zero and lose it all just as fast. But from what I'm seeing right here, right, we've broke through $13.99 or 14 cents here. We went through 18 cents, and we are seeing a parabolic move. And just to give you guys an understanding of what kind of parabolic move this is, Shibarmy has went up 273% since September 18, 2021. Let's see how many days that is right there. That's literally, it happened in 8 days. We're seeing a parabolic move in 8 days here. Ladies and gentlemen, you have to understand that when you have these parabolic moves, they are short-term in nature, okay? It's not a guarantee where it'll hold and continue going up to 1000x. It could happen, sure, why not? Anything can happen in this world, but what I'm saying is that there's no guarantee. So if you want to take some profits, go ahead. But I'm telling you guys what I'm doing, and I'm not taking any profits because I wanted to go higher. And the higher it goes, I'm okay with that. And of course, there will be pullbacks, folks. There will be pullbacks. And when you see these pullbacks, look for 1798 and 1399. Those are going to be your pullback zones right now. Literally right now, in the chart right here, right, we are in no man's land. So anywhere from 1798 to 3474, this is uncharted territory. This is no man's land right here, okay? Nobody knows what's going to go on here. And of course, we have seen amazing volume in the past 8 days. 512 trillion Shibarmy coins have been traded. 512 trillion coins have been traded in 8 days. Ladies and gentlemen, that is an astronomically huge number. And that is why Shibarmy is rising so high and so hard. Currently, the Shibarmy is in a bull market, and the Shibarmy start to go into a bull market on October 4th, 2021. After that, we start to rise very hard and very fast. So just be careful, folks. Be careful. Don't get too greedy. But for me, I'm telling you right now what I'm doing. I'm not doing a dang thing. I'm sitting back, eating my popcorn, and counting my Shibarmy money here. And the reason why Shibarmy is going so high is because it's very cheap compared to Dogecoin. Dogecoin used to be very cheap, and then all the money flowed in there. So Shibarmy is seeing a similar renaissance to the Dogecoin. Eventually, when it gets expensive, well, guess what? Then it'll trade slower and lower volume. But for right now, it's very cheap, so people want to go in and chase those yields. It's your boy, Hey John. I jab opportunities nonstop. And if you're a new viewer here, please subscribe and hit that notification bell. And if you're a returning viewer, please like. And most importantly, have an awesome day, and I will catch you all on the next one.